Good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday. I wanted to take a minute to just to share a quick story. I read an article that was posted on Police One, and it was put out on LinkedIn today by a friend of mine, David Perez. David is he's a power in the law enforcement health space, and he's got an incredible story himself. He's a retired police officer from up in New Jersey, and if you get a chance, follow David Perez and consume what it is that he's putting out. It's spot on and it's powerful, but today's specifically talked about the power of restorative storytelling, and it's science-based. It's anecdotal. It's everything, and it's for real. It's something that I've built what I'm doing now on, and I learned that not from David, but from the Generosity of Scars put out by Scott Mann, and just the strength of storytelling. And I have found that journaling and storytelling has helped me, and it's helped people who follow me and listen to me. But I want to reflect real quick on David's article. You should go out and grab it. David Perez posted today, actually 2 days ago, I believe, on Police One. So if you have access to that, go do it. If not, go to LinkedIn, find David Perez. He's posted, or even find my stuff. I reposted it. So restorative storytelling. Restorative storytelling is not trauma dumping. It is not the story for the sake of the story or just to wow people or anything like that. It's to give a story, to connect with people and show them the path that you took. Like, hey, here's my story. It was a rough time. This is the way that I found through it. Here are the lessons that I learned and the actionable steps that I took to get better. And hey, you can too. That's restorative storytelling in a nutshell. David is much more eloquent with it than I am. But the power of it is, the last time I experienced it, I was at the Wounded Blue in Vegas just at the end of September, just 2 or 3 weeks ago. And there was a guy sitting at my table before I spoke, the day before I spoke. His name's Bulldog. Sean, if you're listening, man, I'm still in awe of this interaction. But Bull sat across the table from me, and he looked angry as hell. And he admitted they call him Bulldog because he's big and he's ugly. I'm not going to say he's ugly, but he looks like a mean-ass bulldog. And he sat there very disinterested, unimpressed with the things going on around him. He's a firefighter in a room full of cops and clinicians. I get it. He doesn't understand what we're saying because we're talking fast, using big words. That notwithstanding, after Tom Rizzo got up and spoke, I went back over to my table and sat back there with my books and entertained a few people who came up to speak to me. And Bull came up and introduced himself and started talking to me and told me his story. And I think it was Tom getting up just enough to crack open a little bit and bare his soul and talk about the Ivory Tower, his presentation. And it inspired Bull to start sharing. And he grabbed a hold of me. I don't know why. Probably the first person he saw that he thought he could beat up. He's a big kid. Anyway, Bull told me about a story about a firefighter that worked for him. He was a battalion chief, Louisa County Fire Department in Virginia. And here's their coin and their logo. And this is part of the story. So he started telling me that, and it was a rough story for him to tell. It was hard. He told me about Mia Etheridge, a 20-year-old firefighter, EMT, that worked at his fire station, Station 1, or Firehouse 1. And he told me that she was the life of the party. She was a go-getter. She was just all about fighting fire and the business of firefighting. She was all in. The crew loved her. She was the unofficial mascot and everything. On his way into work one day, they were responding to a call and the engine got into a crash. She was ejected and sustained critical injuries. He arrived on scene, being the battalion chief, started evacuating people out of the truck, found Mia under the truck, and began life-saving procedures. Mia went to the hospital in a string of surgeries over the next 8 weeks, roughly 52 days, I believe is what he told me. She finally succumbed to her injuries. But at no time did she quit or let herself down or let them down. She was positive the whole time. She fought every second for 52 days. And I'm sorry, but the Bull story and his emotion in telling the story was powerful. And he showed me his coin. And the coin he showed me was the one that I just showed you with the Louisa County logo on it. And then the other side, when she was, sorry about that, folks, it's John Kelly wanting to talk to me. So when first responders go to the ICU, I guess in Virginia, they give them country names. They don't put them in their real names. They give them country names. And she was Greenland. And when she passed, Sean had these coins made for his fire department, for the house. And so it's got their logo on one side and the flag of Greenland on the other side. And it was to commemorate Mia's service and her impact on them. So the next day, Tuesday, I get up and I speak and I do my thing. And I did apparently what I do. And when I got done, when I regained consciousness, the whole room was on their feet clapping, and I guess I had done well. Bull came over to me immediately, hugged me, as did others, and Bull shook my hand, and when he did, I immediately felt a wind in my hand. It's been done to me before. I was a military guy for 14 and a half years, so I know the feeling of a coin in my hand, and I stopped. And I put my left hand on top of his hand, and I said, no, this is, what are you doing? And with tears in his eyes, he says, I want you to have this. And it was hard to accept because I know what it meant to him, and I know the story behind it. It's something that I cherish because this is a big deal. And I'm appreciative of Bull, and I'm actually more appreciative because the next day at the fireside chat, he told his whole story. And it was even more emotional than the bit he gave me. So there is growth, folks. You just have to sit with it for a minute. Understand what it is that you're supposed to learn. Find the moments to teach others. And move out with intention. Grow because of your experiences. Share your experiences because there are people out there right now waiting to hear Bull's story, to hear Mia's story, to hear our stories. So get out there, step into the light, tell this story. I'll talk to you later.